Yo ho ho, good to see you again, Koala Crew, for another episode of our Manor Lords playthrough. Now, we did finish the end of last episode. Somewhat concerned about the food situation because we were unable to sow the fields before the snow started to fall. And as we can see now, I don't think we're getting any seeds down into the soil through all that snow. Which makes us wonder, okay, if we cannot sow the fields in spring and get a crop through, what shall we do? How much food do we have? Yeah, we don't look there, we actually look crafting materials to see we've got 169 of rye grain. We've also got, what have we got there? Some rye flour, barley, but we shouldn't think of that. Okay, so we've got 168 rye grain there, right? Also over here, we've got mushrooms, pork, Siobhan chicken, 58 carp. I think they may be important. Some carrots, cabbages, beetroots, pears, quinces, actually some rye bread, and thankfully some eggs and milk. Because I have read that it takes one bread, I'm guessing that's like one bread equivalent, or 1 unit of food, which I'm guessing that's what we're counting here up top with the 160 per month per household. It's okay, 160 sounds like a lot, right? But there's 2, 4, 5, 6, 8, 10, 12 households just here. What's that give us there? 20 or 21. Let's think of the... Okay, let's think of 20. So that's only 8 months worth of food. Thankfully, we've got that 165 of rye grain, which can be turned into flour, which can of course then be turned into bread. And the question becomes, why couldn't we harvest, plough and sow? How many? 2 fields we were trying to do? Or perhaps it was because we tried to do 4. But we actually did 4 last year, didn't we? 1, 2, 3, 4. This year we tried to harvest those, dunk, and plough these, plus that, and sow. Which leads me to the conclusion that perhaps it was the tool situation that held us back. I wonder if the townsfolk didn't actually have enough tools to do the ploughing or the harvesting. Something was slowed down, basically. But whatever happens, we do have something which should provide the town, the village, some hope, which is the creation of our second church. Of course, a church which is going to be facing this way. Which is very good, very good. Thankfully, we've got a new crop here. Is that being counted yet? Not so much, only 6 cabbages there. So, you know, yet another thing for us to learn. What's that funny little... Okay, thankfully they are using a lot of that shape. Good. Well, we do have coin. Instead of all this worrying, why don't we get a little bit proactive and buy ourselves some more livestock. The first I'm thinking of would be our little chicken friends. Bonk. There we are. Then on top of that, why do we not buy some more goats? There we are. Oh, very good. There's some progress. Oh, look at that. We actually get an idea of what the view will be like from the doorway. Oops. Which is something I don't know if we actually can get once the church has been built. So that's a bit of fun. We could say this is a worshipper's eye view. And it's built this way, of course. I guess that's where the, is it the pulpit? Is that where the priest preaches from? So many things that the koala crew could teach me, huh? In the comments below. One of the best things of life is not knowing some things, because that allows us to learn. And this is something to learn. I wonder why we can't choose a vegetable garden. Is it because of the size? I wonder. That is kind of interesting. Well, we've dedicated that one to animals, so we'll have to look at another. Perhaps this one. Yeah. Oh, there's chickens there already, yep. Could we change that? No, we can't. Okay. Here we go. Prime. Yeah, look at that. We could do orchard or vegetable garden. Ah, of course, silly me. We've already decided that this will be an orchard. We just haven't purchased the seeds yet. Okay. Alles ist gut, ja? All is good. Wow, that is a lot of pears. That would take all of our money. In other words, that would buy us a lot of pear seeds. A lot of pear seeds, huh? Which also tells us that we made quite an outlay, because this was bought, these seedlings or seeds were purchased quite early on in the series. And let's be honest, thankfully done. Haha. I think these were bought in the first year, and it's now the 4th year. With pears taking 4 years to mature, we will get our first major crop this year. Fantastic. What's there? Running out of fuel. Uh-oh. Only 1 month of fuel up our sleeves. Not the saw pit. We need the woodcutter's lodge. Let's get an extra family on that. And the charcoal, I think, can only have 1 family. Oh no, you can have more. Okay. 12 firewood. Yeah, there we go. We don't have much firewood being produced. No problema. No problema. There's quite a few village folk coming back from this way. It almost made me wonder if the church had been completed. Looks like Simon's bringing in some planks. Not a bad view, huh? The church can lay the seed of forgiveness for the raiders, who of course were defeated. Almost a year ago now in the in our adventure. Very good, very good. Perhaps it's time for a little bit of a... Oops. Yup. Up. Unfortunately, I've had to bring us back for this, which we have not seen before, I believe. It would appear we have... Okay, we've got 1 month of fuel. I just wonder who... Okay, it's telling us that a specific household has run out of fuel for the moment. We do have some. We've got 32 charcoal and some firewood. Obviously, this burgage plot, this house, has not received supplies for this moment in time. Quick, let's get them some fuel. Where are they? Oh, okay, they're outside of the village fuel production area. Perhaps, Koala Crew, it would be a good idea for us to build another little centre, just as a backup. Okay, we've got logging camp there. Why don't we... What have we got there? Residential. Woodcutter's Lodge. Okay, we'll put one here. Will we? Yes, why not? I wonder, would we also do a charcoal kiln? Increasing fuel efficiency. Okay. That sounds like a good idea. I wonder, is it better to have it somewhat away from houses though? Perhaps we can build it up there in that open patch. Why don't we? Zoink. There we are. Oh, okay, it doesn't want us to build on top of these logs. Or is it telling us that we would waste them if we did so? That's interesting, isn't it? Alright, perhaps for this moment we'll just rely on the Woodcutter's Lodge. Because we have also increased production here by putting on the maximum number of families. Very good, very good. Do what we can when we can. Ah, here we are. We can also put on another family here. Very good. Somewhat inefficient. I mean, we have to bring the timber, the split wood all the way over here, but for this moment, we will do what we can. Is there anywhere else we might place it? No, that's another property being built there, isn't it? Okay. Oh, there we are. There's 2 months of fuel now. That's good. Hopefully, our... where were they? I think they were over here somewhere, weren't they? We can actually click on houses and see if they are supplied. There we are. Missing variety fuels. Ooh. It seems that this side of town really is not doing too well when it comes to fuels. Shoo. Okay. We don't need excess, oh look at that. We don't need excess families on the farms at the moment. So let's free them up. And what will that help us do? Okay, one thing that will help us do is transport the split timber over to the charcoal. What do I call it? What is it called? Yeah, okay, it's kiln. Yeah, I'm going to pretend that's what I was going to say. Because even if it was, I shouldn't claim it was, should I? Even if I thought to myself, oh, is it a kiln? Hang on, isn't that just for firing clay and things like that? But no, apparently it's not. Very good, very good. Okay. There probably isn't much more to do at this time of year. We've only got a couple more weeks left in February. So we may wrap this episode up here. Which means, if you could, like, share, subscribe, that would really help out the channel. And as always, I will remind you to look after yourselves. And I will see you very soon.